Welcome back to day 2 of the Linking Power. I'm Linking Man, and I'm sharing this idea, this concept exclusively to YouTube and for free. So please share it with people, like it, comment if you want. But I basically teach people how you can improve your life by improving the way you're linking your life. Firstly, you need to understand that everything we do is a process of linking. Even the mind works like a computer by linking information, and we can control. It takes practice. We can master the way we're linking that information. So we can focus our attention on things that we want to remember. If we don't focus on it, obviously we'll probably forget it or we won't be able to recall it. We can have some degree of control over our emotions. If somebody says something nasty, it's up to us whether we get upset. Obviously, if someone's getting physically aggressive or attacking us, there's going to be some sort of level of fear that you can't control to a certain point, but you can still train yourself to deal with aggression and adversity and challenges so that you do have a better control of your emotions, a better understanding about fear, about phobias, about addictions, and then learning to control your thinking. This is the key, because when people think that thinking is not related to emotions and that's not related to memory, but they are linked. Everything you do in your mind is linked. So when you start taking control of wanting to learn to improve your memory, of wanting to learn to improve your thinking, of having a better understanding about your emotions, it links through to not just every area of your life, but also to those 3 areas of your mind. And I break it down to those 3 areas because if you can control your memory, your emotions, and your thinking, you're going to be pretty much in control of what you do, your behavior, your future. Obviously, there's some subconscious and some conscious things in there, and there's your Ula Magata and all these different parts of the brain that help you to control emotions. And you can go into that if you want to study neurology, if you want to study biology and read into all those things, then go for it. And watch videos on YouTube. Have a better understanding about how your brain works. We'll talk about feeding your brain good food and taking care of it properly with good rest and exercise in the next video. But this video is about understanding how the mind works. The mind works by linking information. So if we want to have a better control of our mind, we have to master what we're linking. How do we do that? We do that by asking 2 simple questions. What are we linking and how are we linking it? Now, this can be described quite in detail, but it is very simple, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, and you become, if you've ever watched shows like What the Bleep or read the book, The Law of Attraction, learning to have a third-person view of how you're living gives you better control of your emotions, because trying to not get too involved if something is not that threatening, and having the conscious mind, the awareness, the understanding of what you should be doing, what's the smart thing to do, not just reacting, but actually being more not reacting to bad situations, but being active to the point where you can start controlling it. You can take one step, not just step back out of a bad situation, but step ahead of the person that's giving you some sort of grief, causing some sort of stress, giving you some aggression. If you feel like somebody's trying to make you feel some sort of anxiety, ask yourself, why is this person doing this? What is in it for them? How can I start taking control of this situation? Sometimes if it's an aggressive situation, it's a matter of walking away. But if it's in a working environment, if it's with your family, if it's about talking, about discussing, you need to be a bit more smarter in the way you're linking the information by asking these questions. What am I linking, or what is that person linking, and how are they linking it? So let's say you came home late for work and you didn't call, and the people at home, whether it be a partner, friend, something, you're late at a party, they're upset with you because you're late. And you didn't have the time to call, you were in a hurry, you'd planned to be there on time, but something went wrong, your car wouldn't start, you got delayed in traffic. You get there, they're in a bad mood because you've ruined their surprise or whatever it is. You have to get into their mindset. You have to understand that that person is seeing something their way, and even though you might be writing it off or thinking about it, you're just happy to be there because of all the problems that you had to get there, and now people are in a bad mood because for whatever reason. Step into their mind, realize what they're focusing on and how they're linking that situation, that they feel like they've been let down or something's that you've disrespected them. But just try and work out how you would feel in that situation, and then to talk to that person in that situation. By having an understanding of that person's view of how they're linking that situation, you'll have an understanding of the emotion they're attaching that situation, the meaning they're giving to that life experience, and you'll be in control, and you'll be better motivated, you'll be a better influencer if you can actually have an understanding about how other people link information and why they link it that way. But also this will help you to have a better understanding about how you can control your emotions, the way you link information. If you feel like you've been let down by somebody, or somebody's doing the wrong thing by you, find out the right information, use that emotion as a call to action, and take control of the situation. Don't be a puppet. Don't be pulled around or pushed around. Start taking control of the situation. Be responsible for your own action, your own behavior. And what you'll find is you're going to be a happier person. You're going to have you're going to be smarter in the way you're linking your life. You're going to be better influencing people. You're going to be more relatable to everybody you know. And you're going to be able to communicate more effectively, because communication is nothing more than the linking of information between people's minds. So once you understand that simple concept, that if you improve the way you're linking information with the person that you want to communicate with, you're going to have a better relationship. Obviously, if there's somebody you don't like, avoid them. There's nothing wrong with that either. You don't have to be everybody's best friend. If there's somebody in your family that you only argue with and you want to limit your time that you spend with them and keep it just civil, do that. But when you're talking about family, children's, partners, friends, and somebody's getting upset, somebody's in a bad situation, and you want to relate, communicate, influence, motivate, inspire, then you need to be able to link the right information at the right time so that person understands what you're talking about. So if you start talking about, if somebody's stressed about their new car and something's happened to their new car, and you start going on about an business investment, there's nothing relatable there. You need to communicate effectively and efficiently by relating your situations, your examples, your analogies to something that is easily relatable to that other people. Now, I've learned these skills because I've done things like I've raised 3 children. I've had relationships with people, so I have a better understanding about how one minute you could be talking to my 8-year-old daughter, and the next minute I'm trying to work out things with my 10-year-old son, and then I'm talking to my 14-year-old son while I'm trying to work things out with my wife. So being able to adapt to every situation is the key to having a better understanding about how you can control every area of your life. But it comes about by understanding everything we do as a process of linking. The mind works by linking information. So learn to take control of the way you're linking that information in your mind, and you'll control your emotions. You'll have better understanding of your thinking, and you'll be more aware, more in control, and more understanding of your memory. When you can focus on something that's important to you, you will be more able to recall that information. If you know it's important, make sure you write it down. Put it in your smartphone. Put it in your diary. Learn what you are good at remembering, and learn what you are bad at remembering, or what you find difficult to recall, and then come up with good organization skills, good systems, good techniques that can help you to remember things. So whether it's, if you need to take something to work tomorrow, place it at the front door so you can see it. Put it in the car the night before. Write it down on your phone when the alarm goes off. Whatever works for you is going to be the best. So don't do what I say, but use your own links, develop your own system, come up with your own techniques that can help you to be more effective in the way you remember things, the way you recall information, your organizational skills. Make sure you don't forget things. So appointments, scheduling is very important to make sure you're getting all your tasks done, whether it be your tax at the end of the year or whether it be someone's birthday. Doing these things are very, very important. And when you get into the right habits, you'll find that you are, I still meet people now and they say, I'm not very good at remembering people's names. They haven't learned the skills. I was reading books on memory improvement, 20, 30 years ago. I've been to life improvement seminars. I've read the books. So I know the techniques about remembering people's names, the story technique to remember your shopping list, simple palace techniques or loci memory techniques so that you can help remember situations. And we'll go into that in some of the other videos, but basically knowing and learning that to remember the way you're linking the information, and that's what you're doing. You're making a connection, you're creating association, you are making a link to something that you want to remember. The more links you make, the better you have at recalling that information. The stronger the links, or the more links. So if it's somebody that you need to meet next week and you want to remember their name, you want to remember about who they are, what they do, their job, The more information you think about, process, focus on, understand, get interested in, then there's going to be a lot more chance that you can recall that information. But it doesn't matter if you forget some things, and people have busy lives, busy minds, so you're allowed to forget something. Ask a simple question. Sorry, what did you say you did for a job again? There's nothing wrong with doing that. Sorry, I forgot your name. I didn't think, I wasn't focused when I met you the first time. Be open and honest, but what you'll do is by admitting that you did forget somebody's name, when they tell you the second time, you won't forget it because you're focused on that information at that time. So, and once you do it once or twice, you won't forget again. You'll make sure that's a new habit, that when you meet somebody new, you lock that name into your mind, either by associating it, linking it, connecting it with somebody you already know, with something that sounds like their name, with somebody that is similar to the situation. By making a connection to something that you already know, you already make it easier to recall. So if you meet somebody called David and he's a tall guy and you link that to, oh, I had a mate at school, his name was David and he was also tall. The next time you see that guy, there'll be a connection. You'll go, oh, that's right. He reminds me of the guy at school I went to because he's tall. There goes David. And that might even take a whole year for you to see that guy again, but you'll remember it because you've made a connection. You've created an association. You've made a link so that the information is easy to recall. It pops back into your mind subconsciously, consciously, however you want to do it. Just understand that life's about linking, and if you start taking control of the way you're linking your mind, you're going to find that that flows through to every other part of your life, your career, your finances, your health, your happiness, your relationships, your money, your time, your energy. The number one way to improve your life is to improve your understanding of your mind. So understand this linking concept, this linking principle, and develop your own linking power and take your life to the next level. That's it for this video. I'll see you on day 3, where we talk about linking your body, talking about nutrition, sleep, exercise, diet. It's all about linking. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.